Okay, guys, Mandela Effect Part 11. This is to you guys who are affected by this so called Mandela Effect. Okay? Now, I've got a great question for you. You say that you remember something different than what it is in this present time. Okay? How do you know that what you remember isn't also something that's been changed and that you've gone through this before? How do you know that? For example, the Bible verse Isaiah 11:6, the remembered one by some people, that the lion shall lie down with the lamb, which they'd have to tell what the rest of the verse is because it completely screws up the verse then. Because it's the leopard will lie down with the goat. They're the two who lie down. All the others have different verbs. First is dwell, then it's lie down, and then it's eat. You see how it's progressive, right? It's dwell, which is kind of generally there with. Lie down is like being next to, but eating together is like fellowship. So also the lion appears at the end of the verse. So what appears at the end of the verse with the calf? The wolf? The wolf and the calf shall eat together? No, come on. What about the leopard and the kid? The baby goat? What about that? What do you remember? You don't remember anything about that. All you remember is the lion shall lie down with the lamb, because that was the marketing phrase. It was put onto t-shirts and posters and songs, and the others weren't. There was nothing about a leopard anywhere. There wasn't anything about a leopard and a kid, or a leopard and a lamb, or a leopard and a calf. Nowhere. Not at all. That's why you don't remember those. You only remember the lion and the lamb because it was bastardized version that was posted onto posters in everyone's room, that everyone talked about. And from the pulpit, they misquoted it. On radio, they misquoted it. In songs, they misquoted it. Everyone misquoted it. All right, but that aside, let's go back to our original question. So your memory, first question is this: how do you know that that isn't also a fake? And that the real one is something before that even. And you've been through this a couple times. How do you know? That's the first question. Second question is a different question. How do you know that this one's the fake and not the one that you experienced? That you think in your memory is the real one. How do you know that's not the fake? I'm not saying that you didn't time travel or travel across timelines or universes or dimensions, whatever you want to say, all right? Everyone's saying different things. There's no uniformity. You guys, you're saying, oh, we're experiencing the same things. No, you're not. Because all of you are saying that you're not. And then some groups saying, yeah, we're all experiencing the same things. And you guys can't agree on anything about this. You can't. You can't agree on anything. It's a mess. It's a joke. It's a circus. So that's what tells me it's black magic. But the thing I want you to take seriously is this. Whether you agree with me or not, I don't care. I could care less if you agree with me. It has nothing to do with making you agree with me. I want you to answer these two questions, though, for me. Okay? Briefly. I don't want volumes of book written on my website because I'll just delete it. Okay? Make it brief. If you want to write me more, write me an email. You can go to the About tab on the channel. My email's there. It's public. You can go ahead and write me. Okay? But try to control yourself. If it's a book, I'm not going to read it. I don't have time for that. I run businesses, okay, to feed my family. So I can't do that. I can't read books from you. Keep it short. And just include the critical information. You don't need to do a thesis trying to convince me and persuade me to give you a doctorate degree. Okay? Dissertation. Actually, you don't need to defend a dissertation. Just write something brief. I've got an extensive background in this. I've studied this more than any of you guys. You guys don't even take it seriously. You say, oh, I've studied it for years. You haven't studied it for years. You've gone and looked up Kit Kat and all this garbage. And you've gone to see what the explanation is. That's not research. That's not research. Oh, I've talked to other people who have it too. Yeah, you've hung out encouraging each other, patting each other on the back, saying, good boy, good boy, good boy. Come on. That's not research. Give me a break. You don't even know what research is. The way that you guys think, I don't know if you've even been to college. You know, you have no idea what research is. It's like, yeah, you get on the internet and Google it. Yeah, right, that's research. Oh, Lord. All right, so my questions, let's get back to that. 2 questions. First one is, how do you know that you haven't been through more iterations of this? And that your memory that you think is the true world isn't just another iteration that came before this one? And that you've forgotten the true one? How do you know that that's not the case? I mean, seriously, I don't want to hear your opinion about whether it is or not. I want to hear how you know whether it is or not. You know the difference, right? I don't want you to say, oh, no, it's not. No, I want to know how you know that it's not. I don't want to hear your opinion that it's not. I don't want to hear your opinion that it is. I want to hear no opinion at all. I want to hear how you know whether it is or not. The thing in your head, whether it's another iteration like you think this one is. Because you're saying this isn't the real one. That's not what it really said. Well, and some of you are not going that far. Some of you are saying, well, I remember it differently, but I'm not going to say anything about what's the real one. And so thank you. At least there's that honesty there. I can handle that. I can take that. That, you can say, all right, yeah, I've got something that I remember that isn't what I'm seeing here. Hey, I can handle that. That's fine. That's honest, right? It's just what I remember isn't what is here on the page. That's what you need to be saying. Not any of this black magic mumbo jumbo Satanist stuff, okay? The Bible changed. Oh, all the Bibles in the world changed. No, don't start doing that, or we'll lock you up. And then if you get violent towards us because we're locking you up, then we'll execute you, okay? Because you become violent and dangerous. So you need to rein it in. You need to exercise self-control and temperance. Oh yeah, I know you don't know what those are. Those are foreign words today. No one knows what self-control and temperance are. Those are virtues in the Bible. If you think that you know the Bible, you would know that those are virtues and you would exercise those. But the fact that you guys don't exercise those, very few of you, some of you do. There have been a couple who have shown temperance and self-control, and I appreciate that, really, I do. I recognize it, I see it. But most of you are just animals, really. And all I see to do with you is to lock you up. And if you get violent about it, then all I see is to execute you, to protect the innocent. So, don't make me king of the world, because that's what will happen. You need to control yourselves, really. And you glorify Satan. You go around glorifying Satan. Then you come to a Bible channel to try to assault us and try to cause problems. Why do you do that? Tell me why. You want to have a world where people are just running around killing each other? Because you don't get to come back from that. Once you're dead, you're dead. You don't respawn. It's not a game. This is real life. It's not a matrix. You don't come back again. Once you're gone, you're gone. You face judgment. So if that's your philosophy on life, then leave. We don't want you around here. You have no part here with us. All right, so back to the two questions. How do you know that your memory is not just another iteration? Because this reality seems like an iteration to you in certain regards, in the things that don't mesh with your memory of them, like Isaiah 11:6. The other question is, how do you know that your memory is not the iteration and this is the reality? Could be. Could be that what you think you experienced is an iteration and now you're back in reality. How do you know? How do you know whether that's the case or not? These are tricky questions. They're very difficult and subtle questions. So don't just go trying to answer them. I want you to give it some thought. I really don't want to see comments for like a day or two. I want to see some thought given to them. And someone's going to just blast out thinking they're so smart and so intelligent. And I'm going to show him that I'm so smart I don't have to sit and think about this. Throw up all over the screen. And all I'm going to do is delete it. Because it's going to be a stupid answer. Now, if it's just a stupid answer, I don't mind. But if it's a violent answer or an offensive, rude one, I get lots of them with the F word and the SH word and all this kind of stuff. Or calling me Satan, calling me stupid. I don't mind being called stupid. I can handle that. It's the other things that they usually go to from that I can't publish the comment. I'd love to publish your comments. I really would. I would love to publish your comments. I would love to respond to them. But you've got to exercise self-control and behave yourself. And if you don't, then your comments don't get published and you don't get answers. And there's no engagement with you. All I'm doing in the back end, when I see the comments like that, is just beep, trash, beep, trash, beep, trash. So I don't even know why you comment. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me. I just throw it in the trash. So, for those of you who are affected by this Mandela effect, and you really want to take my challenge seriously, because I'm taking this seriously, I understand that you're experiencing these things. I don't discount that at all. I don't. You've heard what I think about it, what I think it is. But let's take a different approach to it, and I want you to go ahead and answer these two questions. The two questions are very deep questions. They're very deep, and they're thoughtful. So I expect a very deep and thoughtful response. May the Lord bless you as you seek Him with all your heart.